Earlier this week, we did a Don't Be Like Bob post on our social media. Now, the general gist of that post was essentially do not judge a book by its cover. So don't assume just because Deb next door did it that you're going to be able to do the exact same thing on the adjoining property. Now, what I was hoping today was kind of like build on that post and share two examples with you. Examples that I love to whip out at presentations, particularly the presentations to the STAFE students, because I think they really, really bring home this point nice and clearly. So let's jump behind the computer. Let's do this. Okay, so in the post that I put up earlier this week, I explained that each property can be allocated to one or more different zones, overlays, and neighbourhood plans. And each one of those, or any combination of those different factors, can result in totally different rules and therefore outcomes for a property. In the examples we're going to focus on today, I am just looking at zones. I'm not even going to start to consider overlays or neighbourhood plans and the volume of changes that can come about through that. So the first thing you need to know is that each and every property across the city is allocated to one or more zones. And the rules for those zones are very clear in specifying what council expects to see in terms of lot sizes, uses, building heights, all of that sort of stuff. So this image here visually represents the different zones. Each colour is a different zone. Now, if we go to the two examples that I'm going to show you, this first example here, if you look at these properties, they all look same. They all look to be pre-1947, if not pre-1911 dwelling houses. So yeah, look from the outside perspective, same. If you go across to this view here, what you'll see is that they are all a stone's throw from each other, and they visually look to be generally the same lot size. So at this point, you're probably thinking, same, right? Well, as you'll see here, each one of these properties is in 4 different zones. So you've got LDR zone up here, CR2 zone here, CR1 zone over here, and LMR zone over here. As you'll see through this page here, that results in 4 different outcomes. So up here for the LDR zone, no go when it comes to units, dual occupancies, high uses. Down here, CR2, you can do them if you've got a block that's large enough. Good luck finding a block that's large enough to tick the boxes there. Then you've got CR1, again like LDR, units and high uses are a no-go. When you come down to the LMR, finally you get a property where you can actually do some higher sort of use development. So like I said, you look at those properties based on or from an aerial view, same. But once you actually dig into the zoning rules, you realise they're in 4 different zones, and as a result, you get different outcomes for each one. Now, next example, same sort of story. Visually from the air, dwelling houses, similar block sizes, stone's throw from each other. However, you end up with 4 different zones and therefore 4 different answers. And like with the previous example, only one of these, the LMR2 zone, can actually be subdivided. So hopefully this brings home the point that you cannot judge a book by its cover. Like I said, you can't go driving down the street and go, oh, it looks the same. We'll look at the aerial view and go, it looks the same. Must be able to get the same outcome. We are just talking about zoning here, and I've highlighted, or hopefully highlighted, just how different the answers can be. And therefore, the importance of doing the standard checks, the basic checks on each and every property before you charge ahead with any sort of design process or anything like that. Okay, I think that covers off everything I want to talk about today. As I always like to say, until next time, thanks for watching.
For all you red tape lovers out there, I have one thing to say. Well, no, actually, I've got 3. Number 1, the advice provided in these videos is general in nature. It's not site specific. You would be a silly Billy to go and make financial decisions based on this advice without first checking with the town planner. Don't be a silly Billy. Number 2, Brisbane town planning is in no way linked to Brisbane City Council. The views expressed in these videos are my own, not council's. So if you don't like them, blame me, not council. Number 3, what was my number 3? Oh yeah, the views expressed in these videos are accurate at the time of recording. If you're watching this video back 10 years from now, the views may not be so accurate. That's all.